Hello and welcome to this new video. Today I want to talk about a mistake I see a lot of people doing with their foiling setup, and it's using too little rake. So what is rake? Rake is the angle between the foil and the board, and this is the major aspect which decides if your board feels super fly and easy, or if it tends to go back to the water. So maybe you know it if you or you remember a situation when you were going and you had good power from the foil itself, but your board always, like with each gust and each wave, your board wanted to go back to the surface. Maybe it even happened in a jibe for you. And this is due to a little rake. Also, if this happens and then you explode, you do catapult right away, then you can be pretty sure that it was from too little rake. And for us racers, the rake is one of the most important things to let us fly consistently over the waves, and even if we have a little touchdown, that our board is just bouncing off easily again. So how to measure the rake? We need a level box for that, and there are also apps, but I prefer to have an extra tool for that. And we can now just measure the default setup of this. So we press on and place it right in front of the mast, and then we have a button to make a reference point. So now it's on roughly on 0, which is fine, and we're gonna take it and put it on the fuselage, and I try to put it pretty close to the mast, because in the end I want to measure the angle of the mast, and as you can see, my fuselage is not even, so I want to use the point between two screws, and we have about 3.6 degrees, which is already super fine, but I will still try to, or I will show you how to increase that. And for that we need some little things which are called shims. You can find them in these size or in a bit larger. And the theory behind that is we put them in front of the, or in the front of the fin box, and we put the foil on it. So that way it angles the mast a little bit. Basically, if you have a foil which has an even top layer, if you know what I mean, you might want to use these one, which cover the whole box, or I'm totally fine with just using these ones, because you just put them in the front, you're just covering the front hole, and it angles the foil. What you need to keep in mind, which I can show you right now, is that when you apply them, that your foil is gonna have a smaller surface on which the pressure is provided. So let me put this like this. Now you can see the foil is pretty equally, if you imagine the board now is the bottom of the box. The area is pretty big where the pressure is going. So if we now put something in the front and put the mast on it, you can also already see the angle which we want to have, but you can also see that we have less surface or less area which the pressure is provided on. So just keep that in mind, that you don't want to overdo it, let's say like this, so you have a really little point, and then your mast can break. But just do it in slight steps. And now I will show you how to put them in the box. If you're good, you can just drop them in, or you use some kind of screwdriver. Just put it through the hole and let it go in front of the box. And now we just put the foil back in, just like this, and we can measure it, so we can see what has changed. I'm just gonna put it in front, put it on 0 again, wait for it, yes. And now I put it on the exact same point between my front screws, and we can say it's around 4 degrees. So yeah, we gained, I think if I remember correctly, 0.4 degrees by adding a 2mm shim. And yeah, for most of the guys and the setups between boards and foils, it will probably be by default at around 2, which is way too little. We as racers want to have it at around 3, 3.5, and maybe even more if it needs to. So yeah, I would just suggest start slowly, maybe putting a 2mm shim, see what happens on the water, maybe you can measure it, take notes, and yeah, that's basically it. So if you have any questions, just drop them below in the comment section. Also, if it worked out for you, let me know. And yeah, if you're interested in more tips and tricks and windsurfing action in general, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, see you around.